my grandmother used to make hardtack candy, and she only made spearmint and cinnamon, and you knew which one was which by the color. Green was spearmint, and red was cinnamon. And it was always something that we totally looked forward to because it was only made at Christmas time. So it was great anticipation for Christmas to come, not only for presents, but just for the candy as well. So, and then my grandmother passed away when I was 8. So my mother would continue to make the two flavors, and once again, only at Christmas time. And probably about 20 years ago, my mom gave me my grandmother's recipe with a whole bunch of other family recipes. And so I just started to dabble with it here and there. And I had like a couple of flavors, and then I added a couple more. And I would give it to my family and friends at Christmas time just as a present for them. And
Nice.
yeah. So, and then one day my kid said to me, "Hey, mom, you should sell this." And I looked at him, I was like, who's going to buy it? And um, I know, I was just like, what? And it was right about the time when eBay became very popular. So my son helped me set up an eBay page for it. And it does sell very well on eBay.
Okay.
Um, and then uh, at my job, um, so I'm a flight crew member.
Okay.
My So as after people would order, I would give away the excess because who needs all that candy in their house, right? So
Right.
so my pilots are very excited to fly with me all the time, but apparently there's a show that I've never seen called Breaking Bad, and they say that my candy looked like the product in Breaking Bad, especially the pretty blue color. And so they started calling it crack, and they would be like, "Hey, did you bring us some crack?" And I was like, "Why are
You're
you
like,
calling my
shh,
candy
don't
that?"
say that.
Exactly. So yes, that's where the name crack came from. But they also say it's so good that once you start eating it, you can't stop. So
It's addictive.
it is. And sometimes, so when I fly with my pilots, this is what they get, and
Oh, okay.
this will be gone in one flight. So
Right, of
just
course.
eat it.
And
And
it helps keep them awake as well, I'm assuming.
I would think so, hopefully, but but it is kind of funny because sometimes they'll be talking about it, and people will turn and look at them like, "What are they talking about?"
Right, of course.
So, and then luckily and fortunately, I was very honored in May. The Chamonix Casino decided to pick up my candy, and so it sells up at the newest casino up in Cripple Creek, which is
Wow,
a huge honor. I mean, really huge honor. So,
that is
and
amazing.
they've had fun.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. They've had a lot of fun ordering flavors, but with 160 flavors, they're kind of like can't decide sometimes which ones to try. So,
Right. That's a
but,
big inventory for sure.
but I will say I don't make the candy until it's ordered because I really want it to be super fresh, and that way the customer gets the best product. My son, he loves sours, so we experimented with sours and getting that formula correct. So actually, you can make any fruit flavor sour now, which goes over really well with the young people. Um, and then I can also make any flavor sugar-free using Splenda.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's been helpful too, especially, I get a lot of people that say they have diabetes, and this is really helpful because they like to eat candy too.
Right.
So, you know, I was like, okay, well, I have this one. And they're like, oh, okay. Because usually it's kind of hard to find sugar-free candy, but
Yeah. Yeah. So it sounds like you experiment a lot with it. So I want to come back to this, but I want to find out a little bit more about you. So you were 8. you were there in your grandma's kitchen and she had
Mhm.
these candies. It was Christmas time, all the anticipation, and unfortunately around that time you lost her. And then when your mom took it over, did she start right away and then did you have it every Christmas from then?
Yes, so that
Okay.
was still the family tradition to do that. And
So you were
so
helping your mom kind of as like most of us will help with baking the cookies and stuff. So yours was probably cookies and the crack candy, which was not
and
called crack candy at the time.
no, definitely not. But it could be called crack because we do crack it with the meat tenderizer, so
Yeah,
it
yeah.
does crack all over the place. So
That's what I was thinking when you said about the pilots. I was like, oh, my vision was, cracking it. And
mhm.
kind of how satisfying that is, in a bit when you're just kind of, making it. And I know you're going to give us a little special treat in a little bit, and we'll go over there on how that is. And okay, so you were helping her, and then where did you grow up?
I grew up in Orlando, Florida,
Okay,
and my grandma and my mom and all of them grew up in Illinois.
okay.
So yeah, so I don't know if that's a northern tradition to make this candy or not,
Yeah,
but
I have not run into it, and I'm from the Northeast, and I've been in
okay.
Illinois I was in there for like 7 years, and I've never heard of anybody having this kind of tradition. So it's really fun. And then down in Florida, I have family there, and they don't do any of that, but they're not originally from there. So I'm trying to figure out where did this come from? I thought maybe it was a cultural thing or something, and it sounds like you and I both are have no idea. It was just something your grandmother did. Oh, where did they
Yes.
come from? Was your grandmother an immigrant or was she born here?
So our family is German.
Okay.
So I have a lot of German recipes from her. So I'm not quite sure if it's a German tradition.
It may
Um,
be.
it might be. I don't know. So yeah,
Yeah,
I'll have to look into that.
I'm inquisitive, so I'm just like, there's a mystery. Oh, let's solve it. So maybe that is it. It's from a German tradition. That would be kind of cool.
That would be very cool.